came across a small abandoned clinic on our travels. It was fairly empty, so it wouldn't make a great main channel video. But rather than abandon the footage, as the doctors had abandoned the building, I thought it worthwhile to make a short second channel video. Stay tuned till the end though, because it wasn't entirely without interest. We arrived into some pretty standard checkup rooms with unwelcoming beds, curtains and x-ray machines. These rooms were next to a reception area. Very little was left in any of the lockers, but there was some interest in the piles and piles of medical records that had been strangely left behind. We had a morbid look at some of the diagnosis of long-dead patients.
Sticky sputum, chest tightness, recent CVA with bedridden using NG tube with VDM Novavax 26, past history, systemic disease. It's all medical stuff in English usually. Smoking, liver disease, kidney disease.
And then a more playful look at the x-ray machine.
Looks like boobies. Look, boobies.
See here, it's been touched.
In the opticians, I found bags of unsold glasses. They seemed pretty cheap and shoddily made. Also some rusty cages. Some creepy stairs led down to the basement, where plastic flowers and documents rotted in the darkness. Clearly someone had no more use for these test tubes and bottles. Almost all the rooms on the second floor were empty, but occasionally we would find an interesting machine. And some pretty cool operating room lights. On the top floor we were met with more empty rooms and blank walls, until the last room, where to our surprise we found a kitchen and a house area with everything left behind. The roof had collapsed. And the floor had rotted. But most of the items in the living room and the bedroom were well preserved. a time capsule to the 80s and 90s. Not as decayed as many of the places we go to. Some tapes, some vases, dolls, mementos of the past. Shoes, a dartboard, an indistinct homemade blob, and even a fully functioning piano. The kitchen held less appetizing delights. There was one more floor above, the roof, which may have housed people at some point. Now home to only him. Before leaving, I had one final look at the emptied-out drug room. The shelves lay bare, except for one familiar name. All too ominous now in 2021. Captured here from a more innocent time.